What is up, guys? Trollking here. Welcome back to the channel, and I got like a pretty cool deck. If you haven't done your emblem event yet, funny story about it. I went 8-1 with this Articuno deck, and because a lot of people are playing a lot of fire decks, the Ponyta and Vulpix. So I just got done stream thinking that like it was like the old event where you had to get 45 wins to get the gold emblem, but I played this Articuno deck not even knowing you only need 5 consecutive wins to get the gold emblem, and I did it within like maybe 15 minutes, 10 minutes tops, 10-15 minutes tops. And yeah, so awesome deck. I went 8-1. It's just very consistent and very simple. You have Articuno and you have Misty, and then you win. You just win. But there are a few little things that I like to go over with the deck. So also do me a favor, if you haven't yet, please subscribe, comment, and like the video. I greatly appreciate your support. Also want to know what you guys are thinking about the channel and the content. If you want to go over more Pokemon news or more Pokemon gameplay, or me diving deep into the more collective aspect of the game. But anyway, thank you very much again. And straight to the deck, like I said, very, very simple. Nothing too crazy. It literally, guys, if you're having trouble with the emblem event, just use this deck, please. So you have your 2 Articunos, only Pokemon in the deck. Basic Pokemon as well, so they go straight into your hand. Running 2 potions to keep them nice and healthy. They have 2 retreat costs, so you want some XPs just in case of, you know, something's in danger, or you really need to switch back into your fully energized Pokemon or your fully energized Articuno. Pokeballs to see, you know, like if your one Articuno is getting like low in HP, right, and it's stuck in the deck, you know, you have Pokeballs to tutor it out. Hand scopes, really interesting. So on your end, when you're playing this deck, there is not much to actually do other than load up on energy and attack. However, it gives you an opportunity for another layer of the game, right? Which is like this weird psychology, playing with their hand and disrupting their hand. And obviously red card's one of them, but adding hand scope, really, you'll see in one game, like really just let me really know if red carding them was really worth it. I believe I was fighting like a psychic deck, and he had all the evolutions, and the turn before I hand scoped, he laid down all the basic Pokemon. So I was like, okay, so that's everything that he needs to kind of get going. So I red carded then, because sometimes, and I can speak for a lot of people, you feel like you're red carding and you feel like you're giving them exactly what they need to kind of turn the tide of the game in their favor. So hand scope with red card, since you are just like sitting on Articunos and using Blizzard to kind of like finish off their Pokemon one by one. Really cool aspect of the game, which I hope they expand on. You know, like hand disruption, some looking more into their hands, looking to more into the decks too, right? Some deck destruction would be cool too. But yeah, so cool. Hand scope and red card adds a little fun to the game for this deck. And then of course your Professor's Research, your Misties, your Giovanni's, and your Sabrinas. Yep. So we run a lot of supporters. So obviously, you know, as soon as you have Misty in your hand, use it right away. You never know when you could just start blizzarding their Pokemon, and you know, you just get ahead of them, and they just can never catch up to where you're at, because it is so relentless. Very good deck. Try it out. If you're having trouble, like I said, just use this deck and you're going to be fine completing the 5 consecutive wins. I went 8-1 with this deck. Awesome. So yep, do me a favor, subscribe, comment, and like the video. I would greatly appreciate your support. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day and enjoy the gameplay. They said it was like a really casual card game. Like very laid back, very casual card game. And I wholeheartedly agree when you compare it to other online TCG games out there, like Magic the Gathering being the most committed and being one of the hardest games to get into, because the barrier for entry is like so extreme, you know. But like, all right, so getting to the game. So obviously Oak and Pokeball, always good. We're only running the Articunos in this deck, And we're pretty much just hoping to draw for a Misty, and then just like kind of like trying to nuke their whole entire side with Blizzard. Very simple, straightforward, easy to climb with. This game's lagging pretty. Where's my connection off? Nah, should be good. Should be good. Alright, so there's our Misties for next turn, which is great. Red card, don't need to do it. Hand scope. Alright, well, hand scope. You know, I put hand scope in because I literally didn't want to put any other basic Pokemon in there. So he's going to Pokeball. He's going to Oak. Okay, so he's going to get a good hand. So next turn, we'll definitely red card. Look at that hand scope coming in useful. Very interesting. I've never used this card before, other than I think maybe one deck with... I made this like weird Persian deck. And I hand scoped to make sure like to red card and attack at the same time, and chance that they would discard. So there's the Oak, although he should have Pokeballed first because it thins out the deck. Yeah, so if you always have Pokeball and Professor's Research in hand, always Pokeball first because you thin out a basic Pokemon and you increase your chances of drawing the other pieces that you need with the Professor's Research. So we're going to Misty right away and hopefully start chipping away at the benched side. So, got my little graphic there. All right, cool. All right, so he's going to slap me. Clefairy, Clefable. I actually, I never see Clefable in play. All right, so we'll definitely add the water energy. And we'll definitely Misty. Probably Potion 2. Come on, just one heads. Dude, I never get Misty. Every single time I have an opponent that uses Misty, always like 3 or 4 water energies. But whenever I use it, I can never get it down. That's alright. So, ideally, I mean, next turn, we can at least hit for 40. If we Misty correctly. Although I might save it for the other Articuno, honestly. Or, nah, I might as well just Misty so I can load up on the back end anyway. So here's the Alakazam. That does the 30 plus 30, so 90. So it does 120, so because his attack does 30 energy plus an extra 30 for every energy card on my active Pokemon. So we'll see how that fares. Alright, well there's a red card, another one, which is actually pretty good. Let's see, he's used 4 in hand. Yeah, I mean, it's not that crazy. So we're just going to go ahead and Misty again. Hopefully at least get 1. I'd be very happy with even just 1. Okay, there's 1. There's 2. Nice. Alright, cool, that's perfect. Then I can start like loading onto the bench. Do I want to kill something else? He's just going to bring out the Ralts, so I might as well just Blizzard. Alright, cool. So, this deck gets online very, very fast. It only has 1 basic Pokemon, 2 of which are EXs. And honestly, losing 1 EX Pokemon is not that bad because it's the other one you're actually getting like value if you're using the second Articuno, because it also counts for like 2 prize cards, if you know what I mean, instead of like optimally, like if you have another, okay, so he's going to switch out the Articuno, like ideally and optimally, like if you have a deck with EX Pokemon and non-EX Pokemon, you want 2 non-EX Pokemon to be knocked out, and your last one, if you were to lose the game, to be an EX Pokemon. So you're not you're more involved into the game and you're not sacrificing too much. So do I? Yeah, I definitely X speed and just knock out the Kadabra, and I win the game pretty much, like at this point. I think. Yep. I mean, what can he do? He doesn't really have much. Little insult to injury. I'll use a red card, and then we'll just knock out the Kadabra. It's pretty fast, pretty efficient. If it doesn't, the only thing, like control decks shut down like aggressive decks like the one I'm playing, honestly. Like your Jigglypuffs, your status effects with being paralyzed, and so forth. This is the first time I've ever played this deck too, with the Articuno deck. I actually played off stream, like 4 or 5 matches, like for the event, which we are climbing right now. Hopefully, yep. So there's the concede and the victory. All right, so Articuno does work by itself. It doesn't need Star You, doesn't need Star Me. Awesome, it is. Alrighty. Might delete this stream, but no, I'm just kidding. Anyway, dude, so excited for new cards. Seriously, like next month can't come any faster. Even though, like I said, this is like an extremely casual game. Like you have the actual Pokemon TCG online. That is more competitive, more based off like the current actual release cards, you know. So there's a little more complex, whereas this is just like, you know, simple little, very, very laid back, chill, something you can do on your smoke break at work. You can literally like just play a match or open a pack, you know. The collecting aspect is technically like the main part, right? Like the collecting aspect I think is fantastic. I'm very, very excited for very, very excited for the trading. That's when I think the game will be like pretty, like a lot of fun, you know, filling in the blanks that you need to do. Also, I believe they're gonna have like a limit on trading per day, right? Because if you could trade all day, you would complete the set like in a couple days. All right, that's good. Come on, another one, another one. Yes! Oh, dude, so legit. Oh man. Life is good sometimes. He also has a lot of cards, so I want to hurt him a little bit. He's 5 in hand, draw 6, goes on to 3. So, and we'll also just add our energy to resource some retreat into it, and kill the Vulpix, and we should be able just to sweep the game from here. He needs bench Pokemon. He only has 3 in hand. If he doesn't draw a Pokeball or an Oak or a basic Pokemon, then we just win. And like I said, like in this event emblem, a lot of people are playing some fire Pokemon because it's like really consistent fast deck. I guess you could say it's like tempo, like a tempo deck. You know, a lot of it only has 1 energy, maximum like 2 energy for like 90 damage, so it's pretty consistent. So yeah, GG's. I'm not even gonna actually. You know what? Let's see what he has in hand. Just out of curiosity. Blaine, Ninetales. See, there you go. You know? Yeah, yeah. So it's like that deck that a lot of people are playing right now. You know, using Ninetales, Blaine to knock out, like, kind of like surprise your opponent into 120 damage. Alrighty, so we have 2 consecutive wins. Deck to use in PvP. I have an extenuous amount of decks that I still need to go through. A lot of which, a lot of cool ones are on my channel, so please do watch. Especially the Butterfree and like Lilligant deck. Like that deck is a lot of fun. Like if you're trying to do something different instead of just like smashing an opponent's face with like high damage, and more of like a mid-range like ramp and heal tempo deck, like definitely try that out because it was really consistent, very good. All right, so facing Dratini and Dragonite deck, probably has Jigglypuff for stall. Honestly, pretty good deck. No Misty in hand, so we have plenty of time to set up because their setup is a lot longer than ours. We don't have much to do. I'll hand scope next turn to see what we're going up against. Other than that, this is just like kind of fine. Drawing a research or drawing a Misty. Either Professor's research into Misty or just the Misty itself. Alright, so he attaches the electric energy. Which, if I'm correct, is the one that's always like hard to attach. Right? Because I think Dragonite's was like 2 or 1 electric, 2 water. Oh, I forget. Or no, it's just 2 colorless after that. Okay. So no red, no Misty or Professor's research. So we will hand scope to see what he has if we need to red card. Alright, so he has a Dragonair. He has a Dragonite. He has a red card. He has a Sabrina to force out and stall a little bit. So we'll definitely red card. In hopes that he'll, get rid of his Dragonair at least. So definitely red card. Who knew Hand Scope would be really useful? But you need to, like, if you're playing Hand Scope, you have to play red card. Like they're meant to be used in tandem. All right, so he has the Snom Frostmoth stall deck. Also, I played this deck very good too. It's just like the point of the deck. I rather just use Jigglypuff, right? Because you're only committing one energy as to two, and if you're playing against like hyper aggressive decks or even just like mid hyper aggressive decks, then you just want that one energy commitment to the Jigglypuff rather than the not only evolving from Snom into Frostmoth, but also committing those two energies, which could be used on Dratini, I think is much more beneficial. So yeah, if you ever have a deck that you, or even, wait, let me correct my wording. If you ever have Pokemon that you want to use that just seem like it takes a little too much setup to get to, like Gengar, Alakazam, any type of 3-stage evolution Pokemon, always just add Jigglypuff, because that's all you need. That's all you need to stall is the Jigglypuff. I also throwing around this crazy idea of having a deck with all the energies, right? And a Ditto, but it's like a colorless deck. So you're running Jigglypuffs. You're running. All right, so that dies next turn anyway, but he hits me for, is it 80 or 60? 80. So that kind of hurts. I can heal up a little bit. I'm afraid of him drawing into Snom next turn. I mean, sorry, Frostmoth. Put me to sleep and kind of like might be able to take the game from there. Dragonite, he's never going to get online anymore. It's just losing 3 energy next turn is terrible. What he should do, he should be switching out, honestly. Should be switching out. Yeah. Yeah, so 2 cards in hand. He's about to lose his Dragonite. So I'll do everything correctly. I'll heal because I think Frostmoth evolves. When Frostmoth evolves, it does 40 damage. So we'll just Blizzard real quick. Kind of from here, take the game. Because, he's got not really much. That hand scope and the red card was like really crucial this game. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Get the border. Oh, yeah. Trying to get like a nice overlay. Let me know what you guys think about this overlay. I think it's just like too... I don't know, this is the newer one. I'm having trouble lining everything up. I think it looks fine though. I dig it. I think it's like a little more... And also like the deck list on the bottom. I really think is useful for like YouTube videos at the end. So... So, I mean, he should just concede. Like, I mean, he's already lost 3 energy to a Dragonair, and, he has nothing to knock out the Articuno, even with, even if he sleeps for 2 turns, by then I'll have the healthy Articuno, all healed up, and even with 2 energy committed to the other one, I can knock out his Snom right now, but if he evolves into Frostmoth, then... Or if he Sabrina's. Yeah, that's fine, because I can just... let's see, add our energy and X speed, right? For 2. Yeah, that's fine. GG. So, Articuno doing work. We can even just do 2 X speeds. 1 X speed, 2 X speed, 3 X speeds now. One thing I am excited for is new trainer cards. Also, I think that's gonna change and shake up the PvP a lot. Right, supporters train, and there are also Pokemon tools coming out. Very cool. All right, cool. So we knock another one out. Any like tournaments or something, then you know they could really kind of just like easily say like, hey, you know, the top players enter this tournament, blah blah blah. So obviously, always starting with Articuno. It is the only Pokemon in the deck, and 2 Misties and a Oaken Hand, looking pretty good. Also with type advantage because a lot of people are playing this Ponyta, Ninetales, Vulpix deck. So we're just gonna straight up Misty. Or do we draw? No, we straight up Misty. Just go for it. There's one. There. Okay, so one, that's fine because at least I can start hitting for 40 and then knock out the Ponyta. So if he has no benched Pokemon right now, I should have hand scoped actually. Unless he drew into something else, then I just win. Okay, so he has the Vulpix. Alright, that's fine. I don't know if I Misty next turn or save it. I'm pretty sure I save it because there's no reason to, because was it Ice Wing knocks out Ponyta anyway. Or so he does red card, so I can't even Misty anyway, which is fine. Still would love a Professor's Research. Yeah, there it is. So it hits me for 20. There's another research. So play Articuno. We research, and then we get into a potion. Cool. Alright, so we get back to full health. Always keep everything nice and healthy. And then we hit for weakness. And we knock out the Ponyta. Also, interesting fact about me. So I started collecting Pokemon in the very beginning when they first came out. And my first Pokemon I ever got in card form was a Ponyta given to me by one of my friends. I think it was... that was the 3rd grade. I think that was the 3rd grade. No. Was that the 5th grade? I think it was the 5th grade. No, it was the 5th grade. Yeah, the 5th grade. Yeah. Okay, so it was the 5th grade. One of my friends gave me a Ponyta because he had so many of them. And yeah, so that was my first Pokemon card. And that's where it all started. That is where it all started. Actually, it started from me watching the anime. I remember it came on to... Alright, so do I switch out? Or do I Misty? No, I definitely... do you think I can get... Do you think I can get at least 2? Or do I Oak for a X speed? Or sorry, I always say Oak. Alright, it's fine. I'll just Misty. You know, I think that's like the best. There's one, and I win the game. Alright, cool. I just needed one anyway. GG's, Articuno. Doing work on this emblem event because everyone's playing the same fire deck. Always counter the meta. To be fair, like I don't think that deck's actually really good anyway. Silver Emblem attained. 4 consecutive wins. Pretty cool. Like Ponyta and freaking Ponyta and what, Ninetales deck, which I don't think is very good, to be fair. Alright, so we got our Misty in hand, which is awesome. Like if we hit Misty, then finally starting to see, there it is again. Dude, everyone's playing this deck. Dude, someone watched a video, like all these people watched a YouTube video saying like this is like the best deck for the event, and then all you have to do is play a water deck, and you pretty much got it in the bag. So I don't know. You know, we'll see. Adjust the camera a little bit. There we go. All right, cool. Yeah, I also wanted to add to the channel like runs of Pokemon like Fire Red and Soul Silver. It's a game I've wanted to like retouch on in so long. All right, so first we hand scope to see what's going on. What does he we got? All right, so he's got the evolutions for both. He's got Giovanni and XP, so he can switch out whatever he wants to. So we have to be hyper aggressive. So instead of drawing, I'm just gonna Misty, and hopefully we hit the at least 2 water energies. All right, so we don't. That's fine. You know, we have another Misty in hand, and by next turn we have enough. Although the hopefully we can hit. Alright, so we heal back up. So he does this with Blaine. Like 2 energy for 120 is very good. However, you know, you need everything in hand, you know. It still takes setup. Like it's still it's fast, but it still takes setup. So it's not incredibly fast. In fact, I think, you know, if you really want to do 120 damage with 2 energy, then just play the Pikachu deck. There are no, like, the meta is like no one's running Venusaur. I have often played with the Lilligant and Butterfree deck, which is also really cool. Check out that video. However, it's just not many people are running or playing playing the grass Pokemon decks, you know, like it's just not the meta, really. Like you look at the top tier decks, like they're just not there. All right, so there's 1, 2, 3. All right, I don't think I've gotten more than 3. So there's that. So I heal up, and then I kill Rapidash, which is cool. Yeah, Misty's busted, dude. Misty's so busted. But, you know, that's the way it is. Yeah, so he concedes. Cool. All right, so that's 5 wins in a row with this deck. Cool, awesome. Won the game in 4 turns. That's 5 wins. A gold emblem can be obtained from... Okay, so there's a gold emblem. Wait, is that it? Wait, what happened to... Oh, I forgot to thank that guy. I feel really bad now. What, dude? Only 5? What in... What do you mean? Dude, last event was 45 wins. What... Did people complain about it or something? Dude, I felt like that was like a cool challenge to get to. Dude, last time it was like 45 events and then... Or 45 wins you had to get to, and now you need 5? Alright. 1 event underway, blah, blah, blah. 5 Oh, okay. You need 5 consecutive wins to get to the gold emblem. So it wasn't 45 wins. You just need always to get 5 consecutive wins. Oh, okay. So I guess I picked the right deck then, because I didn't even know about that, and I got to 5 wins. Insane. Cool. I guess, you know, I'm just that good. All right, cool. All right. I'm sorry. I misread then. So you need 5 consecutive wins to get to the... Actually, yeah, that's a lot harder than the 45 wins then it took, because 45 wins you will eventually accumulate, right? But 5 consecutive wins is people could argue it's a little more difficult. So, all right, cool. Well, I'm glad that I didn't know about it and I wasn't pressured, you know, to get 5 wins in a row. I was just casually playing, and tried, tested, and proven. Misty and Articuno, that's all you need. I just got 5 wins in a row, completed the emblem event without even knowing that those were the stipulations. So we're gonna just like loot the prizes then. Do we miss? Yeah, we always miss the situation because we can pretty much almost win the game then. Okay, so it doesn't get there. That's fine. Now watch me lose because I... Although losing wouldn't be too bad against people because they need to get the event, honestly. I'm pretty sure there were probably like people out there just like conceding right away to kind of help the community out a little bit, which is pretty cool. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Oh, camera not in the middle. There you go, much better. So, do we Misty again? We Misty again. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. Alright, cool. 4. 4. Oh, God. This Misty is so busted. So busted. So he needs to put stuff down or else he kind of just loses. I didn't even put an energy out. I forgot to put an energy in. All right, so we had 5 consecutive wins. All right, so because I just got the gold emblem. 5 consecutive wins. Got the gold emblem. So if we win, this would be 6. He needs a potion again to survive. Potions again. Very nice. I don't think he's ever going to get there with double lariat. Let's see what he has in hand. Hopefully I can draw a... Also I need Articuno because it's kind of just scary. In this situation, like, the only thing that's really scary against the deck that I'm playing is actually Aerodactyl. Because he can kind of just pop everything into the air. And if he just needs to... Aerodactyl will only need to send 2 Pokemon to the deck. Although I feel like the flip rate for that is kind of like nerfed a little bit because it's strong. Do you think about it? Like you set up your Pokemon, right? Let's just say it's a Dragonite with like 4 energy. Aerodactyl comes in and just like nullifies every single amount of work that you put into setting up Dragonite. So pretty strong. All right, so he has his thing. We can't Sabrina. Yeah. Oh wait, no. Sorry. Energy. We'll save the Giovanni for the Golett, unless it becomes a Golurk. Alrighty. Oh, God. Getting old. Getting old. Alright. So... Alright, so there you go. 6 consecutive wins. 6 wins in a row with this deck, alright? So Articuno always comes out. Is this like card, like setting cards to the side to see if you actually want to put them out or not? And like kind of like weigh your options? Alright, so no... Alright, so we'll definitely profess research. Grab a potion, grab 2 potions. Okay, yeah, that's it. That's all I'm gonna do. So Mr. Mime. Yeah. It's kinda like a... It's like a pretty good card, I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy Mr. Mime. So 5 cards in hand, he draws 6. Let's see what he has. Scope. Let's see if we want to. So he has... Alright, so he's running Gengar. Wants to stop supporters. And he is doing Gardevoir. And I guess this guy... I don't know, like Golurk is big. It's very susceptible to Sabrina. Sabrina shuts down Golurk, but I mean, yeah, I mean, like Gengar is like technically like my favorite Pokemon. I would say it is my favorite Pokemon. I love Gengar. I love its design, everything about it. The episode where Ash loses his first gym battle to Sabrina and goes to the haunted house. I think it's the haunted house, right? And he finds all the ghost Pokemon there, and I just loved Gengar's design. I loved the episode how, and he didn't even catch them. Like, you know, he kind of was like, "Hey, yo, help me out." And yeah, all right. So we have our energy. All right, cool. So we're at 6 consecutive wins now with this deck. Already finished the emblem event. Didn't even know that was the stipulation. I thought it was like up to 45 wins. I didn't even read it. So, he gets minus 20 damage. No, I still don't have thing. That's fine. You know, him Sabrina. He's probably gonna Sabrina, which hurts me. Alright, so he has... I know he has Golurk in hand, so I don't want him to put that out. So I'm gonna red card now. I know that gives him chances of like getting Ghastly like going and stuff, but I just don't want to deal with Golurk. Potion. Hit for 20. Although I think actually if I Giovanni both turns, he dies next turn. Right? So that mitigates 10 damage that I lost from his attack. No, wait. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, that worked correctly. Because now I don't have to Giovanni for the Blizzard, you know, and I can still have one in hand. That's fine. Alright, so he got his Golurk going. So we're gonna do this. Wait, let me try something. So if I put Misty on the side here, and then I can click where I want it to go instead of hovering over it. That's much better. Alright, so there's one energy. Okay, that's fine. One is better than none. Alright, so board state. Do we... Alright, we heal up. 3 cards in hand. I don't want a red card. I'm just going to hit for... Take out the annoying Mr. Mime. Which is actually, like, pretty consistent, like, damage slash stall. However, Jigglypuff is the king. Always just use Jigglypuff if you want to stall for something. Also, basic Pokemon, go straight to your hand. 1 energy, sleep. Alright, so Slowpoke, interesting. Alright, so he's just like throwing... Wait a minute. I saw Gengar in his hand, so he's running Ghastly, Haunter, Gengar. If he's running Slowpoke, he's running Slowpoke, Slowbro. I also saw Kirlia, so he's running the Gardevoir line, and Golett and Golurk. I just have an Articuno. And yeah, let's see his hand, because I'm just really curious, because it's really funny. Yeah, see, he's just running too much. He's just running too much stuff. It's not streamlined. Alright, so we do this. Do we Giovanni? Doesn't really do anything. He can't heal, so 80. Yeah, it doesn't really heal. I can always do it next turn anyway. Alright, so we just Blizzard and pass. Just 10 in the back row. Did he potion already? No. No, he can't have potions. Like, there's no way he can run potions with all those Pokemon in his deck. Alright, so Evolves in the Slowbro. Why Slowbro's in the deck, I have no idea. 3 for 80, also slow. I mean, that's the OG Slowbro art, too. But, yeah, okay. Alright, so I'm all set up and good to go. I just have to Blizzard every turn now, and then I kind of just win. So he slaps out his Slowbro, but that only does 80 damage anyway. Sabrina does nothing, because like a much more healthy Articuno comes out, and you know, he should just concede. But he wants to go out fighting. So that would be 7 games in a row. So I definitely Sabrina. Sabrina was actually really clutch in this situation. I also had, oh yeah, okay, so I think I still had 2. I have 2. So 2 out of the 4, 50% chance of drawing the Sabrina. And that is why Blizzard's good, because it knocked it from 90 to 80 HP with a 10 damage on the bench side, and then I was able to knock out the last Pokemon for the last prize point. Cool. So I think that's 7 wins? 8 wins now. No. I don't know. 7 or 8 wins. I lost count. Doesn't really matter at this point. But win streak is pretty cool. Like I thought honestly, like you only needed to win 5 games to get the gold emblem, and I was like, yo, why is it so easy? But I just so happened to just play the deck that is probably doing best. This is now, I'm 8-0 right now, and I'm playing against another fire deck because that apparently is the meta now. So I easily grab my other Articuno, and then that's all I need. And then I just need like a research or Misty. So 4 out of 13 cards. Is what I ideally want in hands. So one of the 4 out of the 13 cards in deck, I want in hand. It's also pretty much like almost a 1-3. Get one of those. So he researches, draws 2. Pokeball fishes out a Moltres or another Charmander. Vulpix. Why? I don't know. I don't like Vulpix Ninetales. Because listen, in order for Ninetales to be like viable, you really need Blaine in deck, and that's 2 supporters, right? That take up slots. And like, he has a Charmander, probably Charmander or Charizard EX too. Just need to. Okay, so I got a hand scope. Let's see what he has in hand. Just need to streamline, like, you know, what you want. All right, so he has the cool immersive art. I love that. That's so cool. XP's, potions, red cards. I only have 4 in hand, so that doesn't really warrant a thing. Okay. Do I heal? Yeah, I keep it nice and healthy. Alright, and then I just end, and then, I don't know, like, if he doesn't evolve, a knockout Charmander, and there's 1 Charmander gone. Now I have to look for the other one. But what was I saying about Blaine? Yeah, so you need Vulpix, Blaine, and Ninetales. So that's 3 cards. If you run 2 of each, it's 6 cards from your 20 that are just committed to that one line. Whereas if you just add Moltres and Charmander and Charizard and, you know, streamline the deck to the point of it, of what you want to do, then it's better, I think. The most I think I would ever put is maybe up to 3, like 3 different Pokemon, but like they all have to like have a lot more synergy in my eyes. Like when I was doing the deck, so we definitely Misty here, or do I Misty the back end Pokemon, because this knocks out anyway. Where do I Misty? I Misty. Yeah, I think I Misty the benched Articuno. Okay, so it didn't really matter anyway. But anyway, so when I was brewing that Lilligant and Butterfree deck, I initially had like the Venusaur line, like Execute and Executor. I think I had like 4 Pokemon in there, like 4 lines, and they're also like, you know, Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree, Petalil, and, you know, Lilligant, all that nonsense. And I was like, dude, like I just want to heal and ramp, right? So I just got rid of Venusaur, EX. I got rid of Executor eventually, and I was left with just like Lilligant and Butterfree, and the deck was way more consistent than it was before. Not so much like stuff in it trying to like fish out like for certain cards, like, you know, Caterpie in the beginning like tutors Pokemon out, and yeah, okay, so he concedes. Yo, that's like 9 in a row. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even joking. Like, I'm streaming, like there's also like this video is on stream as well, like in my YouTube channel. Check it out. This is like 9 or 8 in a row.